Rida has made the waves with his aggressive and submission-oriented style. He stands out performance includes victories against the seasoned competitors in all ability to rise to the And now I'll pass it on here to Ricky.
Live from Ahine, ADXC presents 5 rounds in our heavyweight grappling co-main event. Introducing first in the blue corner, weighing in at 103 kilograms. Fighting out of Ghana, the giraffe, Haisam Rida. And his opponent in the red corner, weighing in at 107 kilograms. Fighting out of Brazil, Roberto Cyborg Abreu. Your referee in charge of the action, Mario Yamasaki.
This is the rematch we have all been waiting for. Haisam is fighting out of Ghana, but he trains in the U.S. full-time at B-Team, so he's a B-Team athlete, and of course, Cyborg representing fight sports like he has for many years out of Miami, Florida, but originally reigning from Brazil.
Yeah, both very strong fighters. You know, they be competing very often on the world scene. Now, for the first time, Rida is not fighting like as a surprise. You can see Cyborg's more cautious to don't expose, you know.
I do think that, you know, one of the challenges that Rida poses to Cyborg is his length, right? And I know that this seems like an obvious thing because they have such a different height, and Haisam's so tall and he has that advantage over many people in general, but Cyborg doesn't typically have a hard time with longer opponents. Haisam has the ability to lock down big, strong, heavy guys in these triangles and arm bars. Unlike most lengthy athletes that you see, even at ultra heavy, it's a very uncommon thing because these bigger and heavy guys, their ability to stack through submissions, their ability to use their upper body strength is so just well practiced.
Whoa, that was almost a trip sweep here. Shibarai by Cyborg, it rocked him.
Yeah. But anyway, it seems like Haisam's found kind of a trick in that, is what I'm saying. So I think he presents a really big challenge in that, and that's what we saw in the first match, that armbar.
Yeah, he's very dangerous. He goes for submission from anywhere. Used really well his
very courageous as well.
Oh, yeah.
The way he fights is just very courageous, which makes him very dangerous.
Yeah, he does open up.
Of course, that does get him into trouble from time to time, but that's, you know, like the whole live by the sword, die by the sword thing as far as going for submissions. It's an exciting person to watch. Now, Cyborg does a lot of underhook attacks. We see this very consistently with his jiu-jitsu. He's a big underhook guy. I will say that can be dangerous with someone that has a lot of height on you, because if you shoot up underhooks on someone who's so much taller, a lot of times they can really lock that down with whizzers, or, of course, like we just saw a moment ago, they can beat you to the punch and go to 2-on-1s, and that's something that Haisam does quite a bit. A lot of foot sweep action from both of these guys. It's not always common you get 2 foot sweepers in one match. Typically, like, one is more comfortable than the other. But now,
single leg here by Cyborg.
Classic snatch single.
It's a takedown here by Cyborg. Beautiful takedown by Cyborg. Very good approach. Well, Cyborg is a very big background in wrestling himself. He actually played for, he fought for Brazilian team in wrestling. You know, so his takedowns are very strong. Now we'll see Rida coming with his jiu-jitsu guard attacks. Good timing for Cyborg here, first round. Definitely will take home that round after this takedown. Beautiful entrance on the single leg here. Now Rida gonna have to watch out for that because of the size difference. It will expose these entries for sure. Here the trip that almost got him. That's the single leg.
Yeah, that was such classic Cyborg style, that snatch single to the foot sweep with the right leg, coming into the body lock, immediately into that butterfly position.
Look at that, gripping
Uses
the back, sweep.
Right leg on the hip, pulls him back like that. It's such a classic wrestling style. I mean, it's textbook. Here we go for round 2 of the rematch. Now, only really one significant moment in that first round, but it sure set the stage for things. And Haisam's coming out a little bit more spicy this round in his hand fighting, seems like. Look how he uses that left hand as a post underneath the armpit. Doesn't have to be a full underhook. Because of his height, he can really jack somebody's posture up so well with just that hand under the armpit instead of the full arm.
And it's good for those foot sweeps because it takes the weight out of the floor.
Cyborg actually is mirroring that back a little bit with his left hand as well, instead of his full underhook like we usually see.
Single, almost.
That is one advantage that Cyborg has with the height with Haisam, is because Haisam is so tall, unless he's very diligent about keeping a low posture and bringing his hands and his elbows in front of his legs are almost always going to be exposed with an opponent that is much shorter. One thing that you notice too is typically when Cyborg is snapped down a lot, he almost never moves. Like, people snap
so
him
strong,
hard,
man.
and his ability to stay in position is really ridiculous.
He's definitely a cyborg. Man, he's in the best shape of his career, and he's 43.
It's not something you see every day, that's for sure.
No, consistency is key, right? And he has a lot of consistency.
Wow, that throw by. Man, you see the laser focus that Cyborg had. He threw him by, and his eyes never left Haisam the entire time. And he was like stalking him down with the eyes.
Yeah, I mean, he's dealing really well with the approaches that Haisam has done so far. The game that he's trying to play against Cyborg is quite difficult to achieve things. Here we go. This foot sweep is the one.
Now again, Cyborg goes back to that underhook. That's like his tried and true comfort spot right there, whether it leads to body locks or snatch single legs. He's there very often, and so as soon as he felt in danger, pressed up against the cage, he immediately had an underhook, and he actually used that to rotate off the cage. We heard Haisam's corner urging him to stay there, to stay on the cage that way, and I can see why, because as soon as Cyborg gets space, he's back to that single. Haisam defending a little bit better this time, but Cyborg staying really resilient.
Against the cage. Connected knees, maybe.
Notice how he goes between the legs and the head, but now Haisam almost looking at a Kimura on that far side.
Look at that. Whoa! That's a beautiful takedown here by Cyborg.
Maybe into the legs, though, there for Haisam when he had the space to.
That is an statement, you know. I can pick you up.
Yeah.
You are 107 kilograms and I pick you up.
Man.
Another strong finish here by Cyborg. Definitely 2-1, 2-0 actually.
One thing with that single is you notice how he had to change his approach because Haisam adjusted the defense, and what happened was Cyborg then had to go between the legs and the head. Instead of just attacking the body to take him down, he had to hit the head and get Haisam's upper body off balance, especially because his head's so far away because he's so dang tall, and then go back to the lower body. We'll see it right here. Haisam using his own underhooks as defense for the single for a bit, but that went on for a while, that defense there.
Look at that.
Big deadlift.
Someone like Haisam is not easy, my friend.
Keeping that grip so high up around the groin so that it was really attacking his center of gravity was the key, I think, there to lifting him up. Right when they went down, though, I think that was interesting to see Haisam have a little more space in the open guard in this round, and he almost looked like he was comfortable entering the legs. Cyborg kicked out, created some space, and then Haisam came up with him. Now we head into round 3.
Well, Haisam is listening to the coaches here, putting ice on the neck. And Cyborg wants to fight. He wants now.
Yeah, it is funny, Braulio. I was noticing in the break after round 1, Haisam sat down on the chair and Cyborg started jumping around, stalking him with his eyes. And man, that's the oldest mental trick in the book. You can never look tired. Never look tired. It's so intimidating to look across and see your opponent full of energy. And that's something I try to emulate myself anytime I'm on the mats, for sure. Yeah, whether it's true or not.
He does make an effort.
For sure. All right, round 3 of a potentially 5-round match here. We have 5 rounds of 3 minutes in the long-awaited rematch of Cyborg versus Haisam. Again, both these guys very active consistently. Both have wins over such big names. But the big difference here, and what makes this match so interesting, is that Haisam has a less predictable record. He sometimes wins, he sometimes doesn't come out with the win. And Cyborg is a very long time streak of lots of world championships, of course, many medals at ADXC. So with that being said, the fact that Haisam beat him was a huge upset. And now we're like, well, what's been going on in the last 2 years? Because I was in 2022. So how, what's going on now? What's changed?
Yeah, I mean, Cyborg has constantly been on the scenes. The experience makes a huge impact on the development of the athlete, right? And I think he's on his best, on his top of that he has been, to be honest. Even though he's 43, but he's in his best shape physically. He's experienced, and he still have the hunger to fight against anyone. Both fighters here, like, pushing each other head to head.
Yeah, you see a little bit of less commitment now to the underhooks, the 2-on-1s, those things that could potentially expose them. And I think it's, they both had a little taste of each other's strength at this point. Cyborg certainly has an edge with the 2 shots that he successfully finished. I think with Haisam's corner urging him to move to the cage, that seems like a very smart part of their strategy that they probably have been planning for. Because someone like Cyborg with those explosive shots, you want to slow him down and take advantage of him having a wall behind him.
None of the fighters did much cage work in the last couple rounds. Cyborg did a good job when he managed to do so, but I think he's trying to kind of reserve some energy because it takes a lot of energy to push someone like Rida to the cage.
Interesting bait there with Cyborg's right hand, but Haisam answers with a foot sweep, and he does the same combo again. He foot sweeps to the front headlock 2 times in a row, gets Cyborg turned around on the cage, but now Cyborg's reversed this here.
There we go, he's out of the cage.
Haisam might be finding his flow. You see the little head shake we saw right there? He's feeling that energy. Once you find a combo like that works in a match, it's not only the physical, the mental confidence boost that gives you changes, gives you more courage.
Yeah, we definitely saw more action from Haisam on this round. But unpredictable decision to
It's hard to know what the decision would be of that round because there wasn't a whole lot that would happen. Yeah. But I would say the only close, not submission, excuse me, the only close attack that could have led to a finish was initiated by Haisam with his foot sweeps to the front headlock. Even though it was minimal, there wasn't a whole lot else that...
Boom, boom, look. Hit and snap down.
But then Cyborg was really, really smart about reversing that cage play immediately. He was not having any of that. Now, Haisam, he looks pretty tired to me, though, to be honest. Like, Cyborg is looking still pretty fresh. Of course, there's fatigue, and he's putting on, a tough face. But Haisam's visibly showing fatigue at this point, which can never be a good sign. I will say, though, I can hear people at home already. There's some people that they don't play the mental game at all. They don't care if they look tired. So, you never know.
Maybe he's tired and don't know.
And also, his tired only has to be someone else's tired. Being tired isn't the end of the road for people if you could push through it. I'm wondering if Haisam's going to go back to the foot sweep front headlock combo that we just saw because it was successful for him twice. However, Cyborg is probably going to be expecting that too, so we'll see if he has an answer for it. It's interesting to see Cyborg stand pretty squarely a lot of the time, not too concerned about needing to have one foot in front of the other, because most athletes, if they stand square like that, they get snapped down pretty quickly, or they get shot into on the legs. But Cyborg has the ability, like right now, we just saw it right now, to have a pretty strong base, even when his legs are square in a very untraditional space.
Yeah, his base he's very wide. He's very like a square
tank. Yeah,
like a tank, exactly. So Rida did manage to make a better round than the last one. So let's see how it turns down this one. Rida has the advantage of the age, of course. He's younger, but Cyborg is in his best shape.
Now, what's fun about this match is we've never seen these guys go at it for very long because, oh, here's a strong underhook from Haisam. It's the first time he's committed that deep to an upper body position, other than the 2-on-1 we saw in the first round. Only a minute and a half left in this round. Haisam's shaking his head no, saying, no, that shot wasn't there. Don't be cheering for that. Another foot sweep attempt there. Oh. Now another shot from Cyborg. These guys are really, they're still attacking strong. They're just choosing wisely when they want to go for it, but they're still looking, they're hunting, and we see Cyborg on another single. Haisam might turn this into a throw. Wow, so there was a threat of a Harai Goshi there from Haisam, or Uchimata. I'm not sure if it was on the outside or the inside of the leg. I think it was Harai. I need a replay for that because it was so fast. But he didn't finish the throw, but it was enough to force Cyborg to somewhat retreat from the shot itself to not be at risk. And a lot of times, that's all it takes. You may not get a big throw off the position, but you can reset yourself and get out of danger. Again, we haven't seen these guys go for very long before because that match with the armbar was quite short at ADCC 2 years ago. So this is the most we've seen these guys grapple.
Yeah. And you see that Haisam is trying to make more moves. He's defending better the entries of Cyborg. Cyborg got a very deep single leg and he managed to escape.
Woo! Another big foot sweep there.
Well, we're going to come down to the final round by the looks of it.
Final seconds here. All right, we're going into minutes 13, 14, and 15 of our co-main event here at ADXC8. This is Cyborg versus Haisam Rida #2, the rematch. We're gonna see a replay from that last shot that Cyborg had. We saw Haisam come in to a bit of a throw defense that resulted in them squaring up in those over-unders and kind of backing back out off the single. But if your lower body is still being controlled by your opponent high up on the hip, the way that Cyborg does grab that leg, and he stays high towards the center line of the body, the underhooks won't be enough and you'll still get taken down. So he readjusted by having his leg on the outside, which was able to allow him to use his underhooks efficiently. All right, last round, round 5. We are here. Co-main event. This is it, guys. We only have one more match after this. And this is definitely one of the most highly anticipated matches of the night. We see some heavy collar ties out there from Haisam, but Cyborg's good for it. We know he'll throw them right back.
You know what to do. Let's go. Come on. No stop, baby. 3 minutes of your life.
Here Haisam's corner telling them that he knows what to do, but he can't stop. He's got to go for it. He knows what to do and to not hold back. 2.5 minutes left. And really, this is anyone's match to take.
Yeah, I mean, it's very close match. It's definitely going to come down to whoever does a good round this one here.
Yeah, Cyborg has those takedowns, right? He has those takedowns, but there hasn't been a truly decisive round in which there was any sort of submission attempt or anything like that yet. So there has to be something pretty significant here in round 5 for Rida. Bit of a underhook to to a knee tap attempt there from Rida. But Cyborg defended with his own attack, but actually was stopped by the cage.
Very good move here by Cyborg. He's cut the corner, tried to put Haisam against the cage, and there was a push and pull and then back in the middle. Very good strategy here by Cyborg after a very good approach by Haisam with the throw by.
120 left here. I think it's safe to say if nothing significant happens in the last part of this round, then Cyborg might eke out the win. So Haisam's corner is really urging him to really go for it, to let it all go with 1 minute on the clock.
Rida seems a little more tired than Cyborg, kind of slowed down a little bit, got some deep breaths. His movement is not so sharp anymore.
Wow.
Cyborg still going at it, showing the judge that he wants this.
Haisam's corner urging him to shoot now. 45 seconds left. Pushing Cyborg up against the cage. This could be his best shot at a leg. He has his left arm back around the back of the thigh, but not quite enough to pick it up or put Cyborg down. 30 seconds left here. Cyborg still on the attack.
Still chasing, look out, that's it. Cyborg found the gap that he's tired. He's trying to push, show the judge that he's coming here to win. You can see Rida slowing down a little bit. He's kind of breathing deep and not be able to kind of follow what Cyborg is doing. He's kind of sloppy at the moment here now. That's it. That's the final match. Oh no, final round of the match. And I'm gonna talk to them now.
We're gonna catch an interview in the center of the cage in just a moment here with Braulio Estima is gonna interview the winner, excuse me. And it's looking like Roberto, Cyborg, Abreu out of Fight Sports has most likely come out on top over the B-team competitor, Haisam Rida. So this could be the rematch victory that Cyborg was looking for, but we will find out the official decision in just a moment. And it looks like from this co-main event, we have our judges' decision decided. So I'm going to toss it over to Rickety Wright, and we are going to announce it for you guys now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, who scored about 48-47 Rida, 48-47 Abreu, and 49-46 for your winner by split decision, Roberto Cyborg Abreu.
And we have a split decision. Future matches on ADXC as well, I'm sure.
Director of Al Ain and Al Dafra, Regional Development and Culture and Tourism, and Mr. Mohammed Al Hosseini, member of the ADXC community, to present the winners' trophies.
Very special match. Can you tell us how you're feeling right now?
Feel alive. You know, it's. I believe it's so important for us. I think the message that I try is to pass is that one of resilience. You know, I believe that all of us going through ups and downs in our career, you know that, you know, like we win some, we lose some. But the most important thing is to keep on coming back. You know what I mean? I've been coming back for the last 20 years, and I tend to believe to continue to do so just because I love this too much. And being here in Alain, winning one more title again, I feel alive and extremely blessed.
Man, you're definitely an inspiration for all of us. And then talking about the match, you know, you start with a very 2 strong rounds with the takedown from the single leg. How did the fight go? Did it go how you expected to go?
No, truly, I got surprised. You know, like it's very hard to mimic someone like Haisam. You know, he's huge, you know, so it was very awkward for me to get close to him. The first 2 rounds I got to take him down. The third and up was harder to get close to him. Again, huge respect to Haisam for him to give me the fight back, for him to step in here. It's amazing to keep on coming back, seeing all these newcomers, all these new champions. And again, I'm happy to be here, fighting the best, and that's it.
Cyborg, please, can you give a message to all the people here from Alain that gave him support, the Jiu-Jitsu, like no other event ever in the ADXC? So good to see that coming from Brazil, right? Could you give a message to them and to all your fans in the world?
Well, first of all, I want to thank every one of you guys for the love, for the support, for all the people from Alain, Abu Dhabi, for all the Emirates, for always the continuous love to grappling Jiu-Jitsu. And man, just some people, they don't understand how fortunate they are to have what they have, right? It's amazing to see the structure, the love that has been put in on the sport here. You know, us that we come from outside, we come from a different reality. We see and we know how much this amazing country is doing for Jiu-Jitsu. So again, just all of my love, all of my respect to this beautiful country. I hope to continue to come back on decades to come and continue to see and witness all the beauty that this sport is doing for our sport.
Definitely, we wanted to see you back here again. Ladies and gentlemen, Cyborg, the champ.